And we're in the big ship, and fittingly, everyone here ready to do battle as Tampa Bay gets ready to match up with the New York Giants. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Come on, set. 10 Lobo.
Here we go, G. Get off the field. Sponge. No.
61. Matchbox lights. Hey, Foxtrot.
54.
On first down, Jones. He'll buy some time right. And his throw is incomplete. Golden Tate, his intended receiver. And now it's second down. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Right there.
Look at me. Zipper.
Watch the run.
Throwing again. Jones. Will get this out to Barkley, complete. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Jones now. From the gun, he'll throw. He gets it to Brown, complete. A very well-executed play. It goes for 29 yards. A good grab there by the former Central Michigan man, Antonio Brown.
And he ate up some real estate on the catch, too, didn't he? I think the most impressive part of it, though, if there's a chance for him to get the football, even though he was covered well, he somehow finds a way to get it.
Here we go.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. Running it with the NFL's Offensive Rookie of the Year a season ago, Saquon Barkley. And all the way in, touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Accelerating, and off he goes. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. From end zone to end zone, it's a 106-yard return as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 28-yard line.
Ready. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's get
ready.
Now Saquon Barkley. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And the box with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
Jones operating from the gun. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 1st down for the Giants as they pick up 12.
1st down, Giants.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Bring it. Bring it. Check 99. Check 99.
Five. Go.
Mike 54. Danny.
Be grip.
From the gun, Jones. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Devin White coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Go!
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
Hey, Echo!
Quit talking about it and bring it.
Throwing Jones. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Jones. He's going deep for Brown. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up 4th. 4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad.
15-yard line.
Hey, set. Ready?
Now watch run. Back. Switch. Check. Crunch.
Watch the safety cover.
Watch out.
Shadow.
The second-year man from USC, this is Ronald Jones. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Blake Martinez, the NFC's leading tackler a year ago, in on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Check, check. Hey, 66. Safe. Check 9, check 9.
Check. 36.
Rip.
There they try to sweep to Jones. He's got a first down past the 30. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards.
Now, the good thing for you, partner, is you're not as old as I am, okay? So back when the dinosaurs roamed the earth, the right side of an offensive line was almost always your power side. Your bigger, stronger, physical guys. And on this play, they tossed it right and looked like it.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, but that's not the case so much anymore, you're saying, with the bigger guys?
Not necessarily.
You just find the best guys, plug them in on your O-line.
Right. As a general rule now, you're a lot more balanced on your offensive line. They might still lean towards your best pass blocker on the left side,
sure,
but not necessarily all the time.
Joker. Hey, go 66. Hey, Alabama.
Brady now on first down. He gets this complete to Shaheem, the tight end. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
58 to Mike. 58 to
Rip. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Watch. Hey, Charlie.
Here's Brady. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Gronkowski, the intended receiver. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Now Jones on first down. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 26-yard line.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. These two teams all tied after 1.
Let's go. 18 Gator.
54 Mike. Hey, keep it up. Show it up. Watch the ship. Hey.
General West.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
And it brings up 3rd down.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And Barkley did not get there. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Here's Riley Dixon now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
58's the money.
Hey, Delta.
58's the money. You must be getting tired of seeing that.
Me too.
Whip. Watch the whip.
Brady now to throw. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Hey, set. Run, Eddie.
Kill. Turn it up. Kill. Turn it up.
Alert.
Big ass.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
First and 10 at the 33.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down. Run coverage excellent there from the defensive end position.
How many times do we sit with coaches and they talk about a base defensive end, a guy who can anchor and play with leverage? We just saw a great example of it. And how about the bonus? Tackling the runner for a loss.
Cut.
Hey, goal 66. Regular. Hey, Alpha.
Mike. 54.
Alert.
Watch 54. Man out.
Hey, goal 66.
On 2nd and 12, Brady. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 22-yard line.
And with the Buccaneers' new coaching staff, you have to figure they're going to want to use O.J. Howard a little bit more this season. 34 catches, 565 yards last year, but that was in only 10 games. 6'6", 251, and can run. Find a way to get him the ball as they just did there.
Hey, set. Wide, 80.
54.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. 22 jet bomber. Crack it.
Check 13.
Check 53 Linda.
They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. T.J. Logan, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bucs have taken the lead. And there you go, nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. That 7-0 lead in there is short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. Now Jones. And that'll to be knocked away. It's incomplete. The intended target, Saquon Barkley. And that'll bring up second down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
I'm here all day. I'm here all day. Alert 3, alert 3.
Hey, Haywood.
Mike 54. Mike 54. Y'all not ready. Right there, 54.
Here's Jones to throw again. Finds his tight end Ingram. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down. A healthy Evan Ingram, that could be a great elixir for New York this year. The season ago, he only played in 11 games because of the injuries, 35 catches, which was a dip down from 2 seasons ago when Ingram caught 64 passes. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
Jones pass complete to Sterling Shepard. Out of bounds at the 34-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard, and it's 3rd and short. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
That's to his running back, complete. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. So on 4th down, on comes the Giants kicker, Aldrick Rosas. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. Remember, with Rosas, there was some speculation last year in the preseason that he might not hold on to his job with the Giants.
But he certainly answered the challenge, didn't he? 32 of 33 during the regular season. 97% that is. And was named to the NFC Pro Bowl team. And by the way, at 6'3", 234, he can bench press your kicker.
Let's go, man.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
Hey, check Mike 21. Mike 21. Check Mike 21.
You're not ready. You're not ready.
Check it. Hey, check Mike 21. Mike 21. Go Bandit.
Now Brady. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Out. 72. Hey. High 7.
Shotgun now for Brady. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Alert! Crash! Check 37! Check 37!
72.
Looking back to the air on second down. It's Brady. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
Here we go. 90, Wolf.
I'm coming for you, son! I'm coming for you, son! Kill!
80 weapon.
Hey, turn it up!
Rock it.
Let's see him! Shoot!
They'll run on first down. Logan. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half.
A 30-yard attempt.
And Gay knocks this one through. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10.
So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Check hot route.
Still 50.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he's able to get this down deep on the Giants side of the field. A big run there by Jones. 61 yards that time on the ground.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on first and 10. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Being chased out left. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard.
Check the backer. Hey, switch gears.
Check it, reload. Check it, reload.
Here's Jones. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Set up. 15 line. 15 line. 50 fair. Yep.
Slam. Hatchet. Shit.
Greystone travel.
Hey, alert 3. He's coming. We got double up.
Let's go.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Just a yard, but that's all they needed. And by the slimmest of margins, it'll be first and goal.
Wait, 20.
58, come on. Get him.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Wait, Alabama. 380.
154. It's our time. Switch.
Gold 50.
Check 31.
Sugar.
On second down, it's Jones. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's third and goal.
It's now third and goal.
Wait, round 80.
Hey, here we go. Check. Right there. 54. Right there. 54, Mike.
You ain't blue draw quarters.
Nickel. Check 52. No. Off. Motion.
72.
They'll try to run this one in. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, but it's going to leave them with a 4th and goal. It's kind of an interesting decision. 1-score game, third quarter. What do you do?
Yeah, I'm willing to go out on the limb on this one and go for it. Here's why. If I set it up right now and go get the touchdown, I'm in firm control of this ball game, and my team has a ton of confidence. If I don't get it, hey, I rely on my defense. And if somehow they go downfield on me and score, so be it. I want to be in control and in firm control right now.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Here we go.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it, and he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him, and what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter.
Get off the train, Troy.
Brings up your 3rd down.
Mike 54. Mike.
Go. Ready.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Now Jones. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now in Tampa. It's the Bucs. They've got the football. They also are in front here on the scoreboard as we start the 4th. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Hey, Alabama.
He's crashing. He's checking crash. Check 3.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down.
Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Looking to throw. Jones. He'll complete this to Ingram, his tight end. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 7 yards there and a first down.
Jones now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10.
45, Mike, 45. Check pass. 45's the Mike. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none.
Hey, wahoo!
Jones now. From the gun, he'll throw. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally brought down at the 38. It's a Giant first down on a gain of 16.
Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row, I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Back to throw. Jones. It's hauled in by Shepard. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Completes this again to Shepard. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 23 yards on the play.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
This is Barkley, and he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead. Roses now to add the PAT. And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
Makes the score Buccaneers 27, Giants 17.
Now after the touchdown, here's Roses on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
At the 20-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Hey, exit. Get.
From the gun, Stevens. Jones has it. Call it a gain of 5. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun, Stevens. Looking downfield for Godwin. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all, and to me it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 18. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
45 the mic. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Hey, Delta.
45. Mike, 45.
Look at me. Zipper.
45 the mic. 45.
Ready?
Jones throwing again. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
While we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore, I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
45, Mike, 45. Rabbit, go.
Now Jones on 3rd down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Carlton Davis picks it. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Throwing to start the drive. Stevens. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Blake Martinez. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's when you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? No. Yeah, you can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 44. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Mike spot 4.
Here's Jones. Back to the air on 2nd down. He's going to let it fly. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
On 3rd down, Jones. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 46. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How things turn out for him?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Lorenzo Carter picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Hey, let's get there.
Let's go on. No, 66. Regular.
Back to throw, Brady. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
Wait, that's 380. Don't bandit.
Watch the boot. 50 seconds to Mike. 50 seconds to Mike.
Help him.
Hey, here I come.
Hey, check it. Hey, check it.
Here I come. Under 10. Under 10.
Wait for the edge.
Now Brady. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off near the 29. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
On the double.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Go, go.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's got it at the 15. Give him 30 yards there. Charles, you talk so much about quick change plays. There's one right there. You get the turnover.
Defenses plan for this all the time. They work on it in practice. But in the middle of a game, when that quick change takes place, oftentimes guys aren't as focused as they need to be.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10.
Watch twins. Watch twins.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. The sack by the Super Bowl champion and Pro Bowler Jason Pierre-Paul.
It's second down.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Looking to throw. Jones. And the pressure gets to him again. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
64. Weak.
Check it out, Reed.
Smooth. Now.
Jones now operating from the gun. Now a desperation throw deep downfield and unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to get it back to a one-score game. And this one is right down the middle. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So he splits the uprights and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
And the Bucs are on this one. And that should just about do it. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So fire the